get a motion to approve this item?
We stand
I'll
adjourned.
move the item.
No, there was not.
There was no motion on this
He
item.
needs
We
to reopen
stand
it.
to adjourn, I guess.
We need to take a motion on the item that was before you under 6A.
Oh, okay.
You need to reopen.
Reopen
Yeah.
the
Reopen the meeting.
The meeting? Okay. We stand adjourned at 3:13 p.m.
Special meetings next?
Yes.
Okay. Please come to order for the special meeting of August 14th of Glendale City Council. May we have the roll call, please?
Council members Alajanian,
Present.
Devine,
Here.
Garpetian,
Here.
Najarian,
Here.
Mayor Sinanian.
Here, may we have the report, please?
The agenda for the August 14, 2018 special public meeting of the City Council was posted on Friday, August 10, 2018 on the bulletin board outside City Hall. Before you is Director of Community Development regarding holiday decorations in the Arts and Entertainment District. 1A is a motion authorizing staff to move forward with the procurement of services for the design, purchase, installation, and removal of holiday decorations.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Mayor Sinanian and members of council. I realize it's 90 degrees today, so imagine it's 60 degrees, you have an ugly sweater on, and we're talking about the holiday season. Today we will be discussing the holiday decorations in the Arts and Entertainment District, which includes the future Artsock Avenue from Harvard to Wilson. As you well know, under council direction over the past 2 years, economic development has been really working on programming and other efforts to launch the Paseo pilot program, as well as other improvements to the Arts and Entertainment District. Throughout the time, we've experimented with different landscaping, decorations, and programming. Some of the pilot program included musical performances. We've also done some interactive art displays, and we've been hosting special events. The Paseo has actually proven to be a very popular location for special events. We've hosted Glendale Tech Week there. We recently had a VIP reception with Taste Walk Glendale. We've done the Senior Street Fest there as well. And most recently, we did the World Cup Summer of Soccer event. And you'll notice that that is the recently approved and purchased screen as well. So we put that to good use. Throughout all of these events, what we've seen is that we've really been able to build on the momentum and the success within the Arts and Entertainment District. So what we're doing today is really asking the council if you would consider enhancing the Arts and Entertainment District through the holiday experience for downtown shoppers. We already have the decorations that are currently on Brand Boulevard, but the Arts and Entertainment District will continue to be a very important alternative, yet still critical to our downtown experience. So these are some of the holiday decorations that the Downtown Glendale Association has put on brand. These will continue to be installed. Over the past few years, DGA and the city have actually split the cost of these decorations, but this marks the first year that the DGA is going to cover the cost in its entirety. This essentially frees up about $50,000 of the city's budget. As, again, we look at enhancing the Arts and Entertainment District, combined with some of the improvements that we'll be seeing soon, and I'm foreshadowing a council presentation I'll be making to you on August 28th for hopefully a contract for some of those improvements. On top of the retail experience now that we'll have on the Arts and Entertainment District, on top of the name change, there seems to be a really great opportunity to continue to build on the momentum here. This is one idea, and there's many different options that you can consider and we can go down should the council wish to spend the money in this manner. So today what I'm hoping for is to get direction from you on whether you would like to go forward and have the holiday decorations, and if so, if you have any ideas on a specific vision or ideas for the Arts and Entertainment District. This may look familiar to you. It was something that one of our council members pointed out to us that we may revisit for Artsock Avenue. But there's other decoration ideas as well. So these were just taken from a catalog. So you can see that this street is very similar in width to Artsock compared to Brand Boulevard. That previous picture, it would be very difficult and expensive to move forward with something like that on Brand Boulevard.
Because of the snow, right?
Yes. So on this one, you can see as well, it has a street post, so that's something that we can definitely take a look at as well. If the council decides that, maybe some of these decorations might be a little bit too costly, we can also take a look, and this is something you'll be seeing a little bit later. I'm kind of scooping the Urban Art Program Plan presentation tonight, but this is something that that we may take a look at as well. So doing something a little in-house, and then we can utilize our decoration dollars in other manners as well, but still creating a wonderful sense of place. There's also ornamentals that you can use. This is just an example. Instagrammable moments are very popular. I'm sure that you saw it last year when folks were walking across the median. They were taking pictures with the reindeer. Having something like this in a little bit more safer environment in the Paseo might be a good alternative to consider as well. We also want to create another kid-friendly environment. Again, there are many options to pull from, and these are just a couple of small little examples. The street posts, currently they are lit with string lights, and we can continue moving forward with that. You can also consider doing wreaths or some of the garlands or additional lighting as well. We can also take a look at doing a holiday tree in the Paseo as well. And this would be in addition to some of the holiday trees that we currently have throughout the city. So I mentioned that $50,000, that will go very, very quickly. So this sleigh, for example, is about $4,000. It would be fun, though, to have something like this in the Paseo. We would work with risk management, of course, to overcome any of those hurdles. And here's another example. This would be a lot of fun. This is also $8,000. So just some perspective, what we would end up doing if the council wished to move forward is we would get your direction on ideas, and then we would work with the contractor, have a site walk, and try to bring that to vision or to light. I will, excuse me.
I have a quick question.
Yes, sir.
So we're looking at Christmas decorations or winter holiday decorations for that whole area, but specifically for Maryland.
Exactly.
But we're in general looking for a design and way to decorate Maryland permanently, correct?
Correct.
So are we thinking of how those two can be combined so that they don't clash, or perhaps coming up with a scheme where it's permanent and in the wintertime it can serve sort of the holiday function without really altering it much, and throughout the year it can just be pretty? There is that. I mean, there's that out there in the world.
Yes.
Especially in Europe. So is that something we're thinking about, or otherwise, how are we going to make sure these things don't clash?
So that's a great recommendation. I think going into this, it was with the idea in mind that this would likely be temporary because we have not selected the firm yet, and they may have specific recommendations, and we may end up altering the street. That was one of the recommendations. So if we do that, we wouldn't want to do something that's permanent if we end up changing some of the configuration of the street. However, your idea regarding, just as an example, we recently put those flags up during the World Cup event, and I think it's added a lot of character to that street. So it may be something that we take a look then and ask ourselves, well, how can we continue to do that? Because the improvements, even when we do select that firm, will still take at least a year. So I do appreciate your thought process on that. So we can ask the firm, the decoration company, to see if that's something that we can consider.
And something for individual, I think, council members to consider as well as you, the department.
Thank you. So really, just in closing, as we look at this, we, in economic development and working with our partners in library, arts, and culture, as well as in community services and parks, have used the Paseo as a place to host events. And if you were to move forward with the decorations, this would be yet another opportunity to host events. We've experimented with that a bit in the past, just by having some holiday decoration stations. So we could, if you would like to move forward with the decorations, also supplement that with additional activities. Perhaps you do a remote viewing of some of the tree lightings that we have. Maybe we would like to do a New Year's Eve party. Maybe you'd like to do a holiday decoration contest. So there's other things that we can do as well to pull people to that street. So in closing, We are seeking direction from the city council on whether you would like staff to move forward with the procurement of services for the design, purchase, installation, and removal of the holiday decorations in the Arts and Entertainment District in an amount not to exceed $50,000. We will, this is our budgeted amount. If it comes in more than that, we would come back to council on that. And that concludes my report.
Councilmember Devine?
Okay. Thank you, Jennifer, very much for this. First of all, in the report, you mentioned that the DGA is going to kind of support all of their decorations on their own so they are giving up their $50,000 so that we can spend it here in the Paseo. Is that correct? Is that my understanding?
That's one way to look at it. Essentially, we've had a sliding scale with them. Our goal in working with the DGA has always been that they would take on the cost for decorations. It's something that is somewhat built in the responsibilities of the DGA. So with them being able to take that on, it frees up some budget for us.
So I think that's very generous of them and kind of reinforces their importance and their value in the downtown. I would like to see, and I think I agree with the mayor if I understand what he's saying, I like the idea of let's say, lighting, like in the Montreal shot that you have. That's there all year, and then that would free up perhaps more money for street decorations so that we could have photo ops. You know, I remember when the Downtown Business Association put the decorations downtown, and I heard from teachers and parents that those were their Christmas decorations, and that was where they took their kids and took pictures and sent to friends. So I think that would be really important on this street to have something like that. And then if you have the lighting, like you have the flags, kind of all year until we get the plan from our consultants, then you can change up for the holidays and make that a really pleasant and happy place to be for photos and gatherings and all sorts of events. So that's kind of my input into this.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I think the World Cup event was a very successful one, and next year we have Women's World Cup, 2019, and I think we need to continue that tradition. Also, the idea of the light tunnel, the very first picture that you showed. This one. This is Brand?
Yes.
I believe so, yes. They used to call it light tunnel on Brand, and many people would just come to see the Christmas decoration or holiday decoration. It's a great idea. And I think we need to move forward and see what kind of ideas we can get from a consultant that will be chosen in the future, and go from there.
Mr. Najarian, anything?
No, I support it. Let's move forward.
Okay, and I support it as well. We should move forward. I think with the right amount of attention and care, we can end up with a very good product, because that street just lends itself to being pretty, and the slightest, tasteful touch will really make a difference.
If it's okay with the business owners there, if they have any problem, maybe we should reach out to them and, before we spend a lot of money making their environment
I would
nice,
hope that,
I don't want to have
right. I would hope that
a
this would
stack
only
full of objections from them about what we're doing on that street.
this would only contribute to their business. This would, I think that's the goal that we all have. Of course we can.
I'm being
We can ask
snippy.
them. You're being snippy, I
But-
understand. There may
Sorry.
be a minuscule disruption as this stuff is being set up, but in the long term, it has to be greatly beneficial to them. So if there'll be a motion, I'll entertain it.
I'll move the item.
Second?
Can we have the roll call, please?
Councilmembers Agajanian?
Yes.
Devine?
Yes.
Garpetian?
Yes.
Najarian?
Yes.
Mayor Sinanian?
Yes. Do we have a motion to adjourn? Thank you, Ms. Aramoto.
Move to adjourn.
Second?
And we're adjourned at 3:27 p.m. Okay, please come to order for the August 14th meeting of Glendale City Council closed session. May we have the roll call, please?